Hi. I think that Emperor Charles from Code Geass is one of the most interesting villains that I've ever seen. A villain that at times can seem like one of the most evil villains out there, but I think there's a lot of fascinating nuance to the character. A character that feels very easy to not like, but it feels like there's some great layers to him, and I think that Emperor Charles got to be incredibly entertaining in his villainy. And since Emperor Charles is one of my favorite villains, I did want to have him in my top 100 favorite characters ranking. I did want him to be one of the more higher ranked villains. And Emperor Charles not only got to be in my top 100 favorite characters ranking, where I think that he got to be 19, so in the top 20, but I think that he also got to be one of my top 5 favorite villains for when I did my top 100 favorite villains list. I think that Emperor Charles is 4 on that list. Really great accomplishment for Emperor Charles. And I think that Emperor Charles earned that. Emperor Charles, I think, is the main villain of Code Geass. He really does feel like the big villain responsible for what's going on. Um, and Code Geass has been my favorite show for a long time, so Emperor Charles being in my favorite characters ranking, I think makes sense, and him being one of my top 5 favorite villains, I think also makes a lot of sense. It was a bit hard to place him and some other Code Geass characters because I feel like there's a lot of competition between Code Geass characters because they are characters that I love so much, that have meant so much to me. So it feels like uh, lots of love out there, but getting into intense battles. I feel like the characters are fighting like, I want to be CG and be fans favorite Code Geass character. But Charles, great character. Um, Very over the top in his villainy, being like, I am evil and I'm doing evil stuff to Lelouch and ruining his life, but I think I'm making his life better somehow. So, fun stuff when it comes to Emperor Charles, even though he can be a rather awful person.